How are you? Welcome to the very first episode of Open World, a videocast on video games, localization, and memes.
But before we go there, let's see the LocFact of the day. Hey guys, welcome to today's LocFact. We will be talking about Zelda Breath of the Wild. Essentially, everyone knows about this game and its raving success. There are so many details that make it awesome, like the musical arrangements to cue Nate and Day shifting, entering or exiting locations, encountering monsters, or the classic door or path unlocking tune.
Exactly. The game's highly detailed scenery and the vastness of the open world are impossible to ignore right from the very start. Even the various equipment and food crafting enhances your gameplay experience, not to mention the story and dialogue imbued with so much complex emotion. All of these elements combine to bring us a unique masterpiece that has really shaken the foundation of the RPG genre forever.
Totally, Loretta. So today we're going to talk about one famous distortion that ended up generating a completely different ending for Western players. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert, guys. You still have time to pause this video, get yourself a console or a YouTube video, finish the game or the video, and then return. That being said, let's go into it. Absolutely.
So, in the Japanese version of Breath of the Wild, we are introduced to Calamity Ganon's final form by the phrase, which would mean this form was born from his obsessive refusal to give up on revival. But it was later translated into English as he has given up on reincarnation and assumed his pure, enraged form. So as you can see, this subtle yet serious distortion can really change the meaning of the game's ending. Ganon may or may not reincarnate to threaten Hyrule again.
Well, that's the beauty of localization, right?
Yeah.
So, me as a native Spanish speaker, I play the game in Spanish. And this clause was translated from English, not from Japanese. So I received that particular sentence as "Su ira ha culminado en esta forma física," which literally translates as "his rage created his physical form." So it would be quite a general translation with less information, but safe from any distortion.
Right.
So, guys, are you a native speaker of any other languages? Do you know how this phrase was translated to your own language? We want to know. So please leave your comments below, and this is it for today's LocFact section. See you all very soon.
Thanks, guys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of Open World, a videocast on the video game industry, localization, and memes. Yes, you heard that right. I have the honor to be co-hosting this show with three remarkable human beings. Lucio Alcaide, Loc champion all the way from Córdoba, Argentina. Hi, Lucio. How are you?
Lucio.
Hi, Lucio.
We have here today also Loretta Mulberry. She's master translator and interpreter, and she's based in the US. Hi, Loretta.
Hey,
How are you?
Hi, Loretta.
Hey, everyone.
And Alexis Biro, marketing extraordinaire and all-around gamer based in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Hey there, Ale.
Hi, Alexis.
Hi, everyone.
And as for me, I'm Florencia Fole. I am a Women in Games ambassador, and I'm also part of ADVA. ADVA is the Game Developers Association in Argentina. And I couldn't be more excited to be embarking in this new adventure with all of you. So thank you and welcome.
Hey, Flor.
Hi.
How are you? So we wanted to share with you what this whole show is going to be about. So on each episode, we will welcome reference from the gaming industry from different backgrounds, and not only from the localization side, but also from different perspectives from the production or even game design fronts, to share with us what it is like to be working on a video game studio or even on the publisher side, and all the different aspects we have to take into consideration for a game to be successful in different markets. Today will be the four of us without any guests joining us, since we wanted to get the chance to introduce ourselves and for you to have the opportunity to get to know us a little better. So first of all, I would love to hear what everyone is currently playing.
Well, I am currently playing a game called Night in the Woods. I love a platformer. I love indie games. I love a puzzle game. And most of all, of course, I love any game with cats in it. So this one is really ticking like all of my boxes and I'm really loving it. Would highly recommend.
Great. Sounds awesome. And how about you guys? What are you playing, Lucio?
I'm currently playing Genshin Impact. I love that game. It's really amusing and I enjoy playing it with my friends. And I'm also playing the open beta of Temtem, which will be released on May or March of the next year.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
I'm really looking forward to it.
That's exciting.
Yeah, me too. And how about you, Ale?
Well, I love indie games as well. So I'm currently playing Little Nightmares. But I only play for a little while and then I get really scared. I'm not big. Yeah, I'm also trying to run through the last Assassin's Creed, not Valhalla, Odyssey, just to get in shape for when I get the next one. So yeah, those two are taking up my time.
I actually have a recommendation for you, Loretta, because yesterday one of my colleagues, Lali, hi Lali, how are you? She actually shared with me a game with cats on it. It's called Cat Quest. And it's super fun and cute and dorky and has a lot of puns and wordplay and it's super funny. I'm playing it right now in English. But I'm definitely looking forward to playing it in Spanish to see how they solve all those puns and fun sequences between the characters, you know?
Oh, that's great. Maybe
I really recommend it to you.
Maybe I'll play it in Spanish and then we can compare notes.
I have to do that.
I've heard that it's very well localized, by the way.
Yeah. I've definitely heard it's adorable at the very least.
Yeah, looking forward to see the localized version.
Yeah.
What's the name of the game, Flor, by the way?
Cat Quest.
Cat Quest, okay.
Yes.
Putting it on the list.
Yeah.
Downloading.
Yeah, to actually recover your life, you have to take a cat nap.
Can do.
Yeah.
Can do.
It's so cute. It's super cute. So, Lucio, I know that you're a Latam champion. But I wanted to know if you could tell us a little bit more about that and if you would like to explain to our audience what is a Latam in the first place.
Sure. This was the door that took me into the industry. A Latam is a competition without any economic prize in mind. It's just for the amusing of translating a game and being led by the top translators and localizers and QA experts that decide to participate and engage into this competition. So I participated the first time in 2015 and I won in my category as an amateur translator. I had to translate.
Congratulations. How old were you?
I think it was 23 years old or 24.
Oh, just a pup.
I don't remember. Not that young, but yeah.
Yeah,
youngster.
I felt like a kid in this huge unknown world, full of experts and people who were talking about cat tools and procedures and techniques
Big
and things
words
that I wasn't aware of. And I was thinking, what am I doing here? How am I going to participate?
Winning.
Yeah, and
That's what you're doing.
I won.
Okay. Yeah, excuse me, I'm here to win this.
Take this trophy.
I don't know what I'm doing, but give this to me.
Yeah. And then, thanks to this competition and thanks to this award, I got into the first business relationship with a huge company. At that time, it was named its name was Sky Team, and their QA experts and their PMs helped me to improve my skills, improve my techniques by giving me constant feedback, both on the positive and negative aspects of my translations. And now I'm here. enjoying my job.
Nice.
Well, that's an amazing story. And it's so nice to hear that there's people so open to share their knowledge and to actually let other newcomers enter the industry, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Ale, I know that you're currently working with Astral Clockwork Studios. By the way, such a badass team.
Go over Astral
yes,
Clock Tower Studios.
Yes, if you haven't heard of them, go Google them. We are gonna definitely leave the link somewhere over here, but you have to check them out. But I would love to know, what is it like to be working with an indie studio? How did you get into the world in the first place, and what are you currently doing there?
Well, same as Lucio. I don't know how I got there in the first place. Well, it just happened. Yeah, I was a total rookie. I loved playing From Software games like Bloodborne and stuff. And I was in the same Facebook group as the CEO, who is also named Alexis. She's a woman.
Hi, Alexis.
Yeah. Hi, Ali.
We love her.
And she just shared what she was doing with her game, Crystalla. And I just asked if she wanted to get this game known for Latin American speakers, mostly. That was my first comment
Bold
to her.
Move.
Yeah, I just went for it. I mean, I have been translating my entire life, but just for kicks, right? Comic books, novels, short novels. But I mean, and I play video games my entire life. So it was like, maybe I can help them out, right? So after like 6 months talking back and forth, I was in, and I started localizing some weapon descriptions, some lore, quest logs and stuff like that. And then suddenly I just became their PR as well. Just reaching
Suddenly, out of the blue.
Out of nowhere.
Did nothing to do.
No.
It's unlocked.
Woke up like this.
Yes, because I talked to people, and I always was talking with people about the game and everything, and that took us places, I could say.
You leveled up.
Yeah. And I mean, what it's like to work in an indie studio. From my experience, we are family. I mean, working in an indie dev studio, we do it with no funding whatsoever, just for the love of it. And I mean, it is incredible to see the entire process that goes behind the making of a game. And I mean, working at an indie dev studio makes you see all of that, because much of the process is being like discussed internally through Discord or whatever. But it's a unique experience. I highly recommend, if you have anything to offer to an indie dev studio, just go for it. I mean, you don't miss out on anything by just asking, hey, may I be of service in some way? Can I help? You might just can.
Absolutely.
Just
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I personally love indie games too, and I'm always looking to find out about new projects and try to help build new communities. So yeah, go and support the indie communities.
So much heart in the indie world.
Yeah. I mean, just people doing what they want to do. I mean, I think that we all at some point have played the game and we thought, why don't someone do this or that? I mean, and people actually going for it and doing it the way they want. I mean, thinking about, I don't know, in this game, this was missing, and they just get the skills to do it and get the team to do it with them. It's inspiring. I mean, Astral Clock Tower Studios is woman-owned. There are 3 little ladies, and I mean, they are a source of inspiration because they just pour their hearts out on this game. It's a cat game as well. So, Lore, you love cats?
Yes,
I know. We have our
fans of cats, and we have a special guest right here.
Yeah.
So we're all about cats.
Yeah.
Introduce.
This is Roque. Actually,
Roque.
and he's the cutest.
He's so
Purple.
sweet.
My God.
Yeah, he's super sweet.
What a handsome
And
gentleman.
he just needed to cuddle, so.
Well, you were wearing a black top, so.
Yeah, I
Of
wear
course,
black
white
a
cat.
lot. And I mean, I'm just past it. Like,
He had to
whenever I
take
go
care of that.
outside, I like have to double check if I'm not like having like a zillion tiny white hairs on top of me.
Well, yeah,
So-
that's me.
Yeah, that's exciting, Ale, and we couldn't be more proud to have you and to represent the indie community with us here. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. It's an honor.
And Lore, I know that you are specialized in translation and interpreting. You have a master on that field, but I wanted to know, what do languages mean to you, and how was it that you decided to become a professional translator and interpreter?
Well, I mean, yeah, for me, language has always been everything. It's been, it seems like such a simple thing. You know, you do it every day. It's how you communicate with everyone and everything around you. But there's a whole world out there of people that, unless we're speaking the same language, we're never going to really get to know. And it's not just that other cultures have delicious foods and fun games and things like that. You know, there's so much to be shared and learned. And so growing up, we had a neighbor, a family who had immigrated from Mexico, and a few of them spoke English, but a lot didn't. And I wanted so badly to be best friends with these people. They were just the nicest and the most fun. And I think that just started all of it. I immediately started trying to learn Spanish from a very young age. Was not good at all.
Is it ever a young age? I mean, how old were you?
I was probably about 6 at the time when we met them.
Wow.
Still learning today at 28. So it's a process.
Do we ever stop learning languages?
Stop learning? Yeah.
No, because as soon as you think you've got it down, something changes. There's
a whole other layer.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh yeah. And then you realize, oh wait, I don't actually know anything. But that's kind of the fun part of it. It's frustrating, but it's fun. There's always something new to learn, and new people will always teach you something new because we all communicate so differently.
Yeah.
So for me, that's really what language is. It's just connecting with other people that I might otherwise not have been able to ever have a friendship with or go get a taco with.
Definitely.
Right. Yeah.
As far as translation and interpreting, though, that came a little bit later. I always knew I wanted to do something with languages, but kind of fell into that trap of, I'll just go get like a business job for a few years and figure it out along the way. And I realized one day that I wasn't using my languages in any meaningful way. So good old education got me back in the game, went for that master's degree. And I've been more and more in love with translation and interpreting every day since. It's the best decision I think I've ever made.
That sounds
so cool.
Yeah, amazing. And this question goes for both of you, Lucio and Lore. You can definitely take turns to answer, but I know that both of you have experience handling large localization projects. What would you say is the most challenging part of your jobs?
I'll let Lore take the first bite.
Let's see. Well, I think anybody who has ever done a group project for school knows the dangers involved in relying on a team of people, some of whom you may not even be working with closely. You're just hoping and praying that every piece of the puzzle, finds its way in. So I would say it's a little nerve-wracking, especially if you're working with a new team and you aren't sure how well you're going to work together. Just that organization and trusting your team and knowing that there's going to be a million moving parts. And you're going to have to adjust if one of those parts isn't moving correctly. It can be a little bit much sometimes.
Yeah, I like to think like project managers are kind of the glue of the whole team and make everything work somehow, like wizards. So, and how about you, Lucio? Do you feel the same?
Partially. I think the most challenging part of our job is to build the trust with our with our resources, with our linguists, who they actually never met us. They just received this message on Skype or maybe by email, in which I say, "Hi, I'm Lucio Alcaide. I'm a PM for Terra Localization, and this is your assignment. This is the deadline. This is the word count. Bye." That's it. But I think getting to communicate with all these strangers from all over the world, all these linguists and specialists, makes out the best aspect of our job. I love getting into contact with other people, to knowing new people, to meeting professionals and learning from them as well, and helping them to complete these assignments, whatever it is, maybe reassigning it, or maybe answering their questions, or maybe changing the deadline. Makes me really happy and makes me feel really helpful, both for the client and for our teammates.
Makes sense, and especially with all the different backgrounds, different cultures. I bet that's super interesting to learn and to get to know them better. And building loyalty and trust is something super.
I bet it's challenging as well, right?
Yeah, exactly.
To all of the different cultures and to not know what to expect sometimes.
Yeah.
Learning, especially learning when someone's awake and when someone's...
Oh, yeah, time zones.
Something.
Time zones. Come on, dude.
Yeah,
Fun fact, Argentina does not do daylight saving. So if you are a project manager in the States like me, get ready to redo your math every 6 months.
That's impossible. That's another kind of level.
Yeah,
I got into this industry for words, not numbers. All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, same here. But one recommendation, there's something called time converter, and it's super handy whenever you need to check if someone's awake or if you're going to be pestering them at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So I have a question for Flor. You're just taking it away with all the questions, Flor. I have something for you. So you mentioned that you're with ADVA, right?
Yes.
And you're very active in the Argentina gaming community. But can you please elaborate a little bit on what it's like?
Sure. Yeah, well, I've been part of ADVA for quite a while now as a member. At first, I was part from Terra Localizations. We joined the association almost 6 years now. It's been that we are members of the association. ADVA is the counterpart of IGDA. That's the International Game Developers Association. And ADVA works locally here in Argentina because that's where I'm based. And I've been part of the board of ADVA for 2 years now. And I hope that I can continue contributing with the association for 2 more years now. From there, I collaborate in different initiatives. I'm now leading the Diversity Commission. So I'm very involved with Women in Games, both Argentina and the Global Association. And I try to generate different initiatives to educate and to promote diversity within the industry. We've been working on different webinars, and I had the pleasure to meet a lot of very interesting and remarkable people from all over the world. And I hope I can continue doing so for many, many years now, because I'm super in love with this industry. And as I said, I loved contributing in the communities. I've been working closely with the Mendoza community. Mendoza is a province here in Argentina. I've been helping out organizing the ADVA. That's the expo, the video game expo of Argentina. We have several chapters this year. Because of lockdown, we have to concentrate all the chapters within one single event. But in normal times, we would have different chapters for that expo, so that we had the Mendoza ADVA. We also have in Córdoba and in Santa Fe. And the one that it's the bigger one compared to the rest is the one that takes place in Buenos Aires. And I've been closely working with all of them to get speakers and get funding and get the word out there of what's going on here in Argentina. And we are always trying to collaborate with different organizations, both from the private and the public sector. So yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting, demanding job because every single person that works at ADVA has other jobs to attend to. But we have one thing in common is that we are passionate about this industry and we want every single studio to have their go at it and hopefully close deals with publishers from all over the world and get their games out there and globally known, you know? So I kind of do that from both sides of my job, from ADVA and from Terra, because we also help them localize their games and help them reach new markets. So yeah, pretty much what I do there.
Well,
is that it?
I believe it's that it. Is that all?
That's all.
You sure?
I don't think that I want to see what's in store for you for 2021, Flor. I mean, it will probably be quite crazy, but
yeah, but I'm really looking forward to 2021 to put 2020 behind because I'm here speaking for myself. But wow, man, this year has been one hell of a ride, isn't it?
Totally. So can I get a question for Lucio right now?
Sure, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Lucio, I know that you're super passionate about video games. You're playing the latest of the latest, Genshin Impact, and also indie games. But are you exploring the possibility of becoming a game dev yourself? I have that little piece of information.
Yeah.
I wonder who
up my sleeve.
You.
Who told me?
I'm looking at you, Flor.
Are you taking up a course for this, or are you just like learning?
I just started the course a couple months ago. I'm taking an online course on Game Design LA. That's the Latin American Game Design School.
Wow.
It's a really great resource. I recommend it to everyone. They have online courses on game design, on gamification, on interactive narrative, then creative reduction, and there's transmedia narrative. There's a lot of things to learn from, and then there's a lot of books to buy or to read online. Pretty much a lot of resources. So,
and you mentioned, how is it called so that everyone knows what to look for?
GameDesignLA.com.
Cool.
And is it with any engine in particular?
I don't remember a particular engine. It's just a course of information and projects. You have to complete assignments, and there's a lot of theory to put into practice. And then the teachers and the tutors answer to you, any of your questions through Discord or through email. You can get your sketches go back and forth, and get into building this own model, your own documents. In my case, for game design, my own game design that was actually a kind of a joke, and then it's becoming a really enjoyable card game for the family.
Wow!
Nice.
I will share it once it's ready. Right?
It started as a joke.
Doesn't everything start like a joke?
Yeah, kind of.
like, hey, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at these little monsters. They are so fun and cute and catchable. And then you can
But that's the fun thing about video games. You start with a crazy idea, and the crazier, the better, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
totally.
Yeah, now that you mention engines, I've been exploring with Unreal Engine. Like, I started the course a couple of months ago, like really slowly making progress, but like...
So you're gonna be an indie dev too? I mean,
hopefully.
you're gonna need a few hours extra every
or a clone
to your day.
or up,
A
pause,
clone.
bottom, or something like that. Yeah, I need to clone myself like 3 times or something.
Put the cats to work.
Tell me your secret.
Oh no!
Put the
they'll never-
rocket to work.
Yeah. He looks like he's got free time.
Oh yeah, he's probably sleeping. Like,
No,
yeah, I don't see him around. So yeah, he's snapping.
all his time is busy cat time. So
Yeah.
It's a cat time.
So I have a question for all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can, of course, take turns. But what do you find most fascinating about video games? Ale? Or whoever
Okay.
feels like answering?
well,
What
I
I
take
find-
the lead.
Can you
Um,
please, Lucio?
The most
go ahead,
fascinating
Lutz.
thing about video games is that I can get to explore a lot of worlds and perspectives of how to read the world, maybe by being the hero or the villain or neither of them, and then take these decisions that affect my surroundings and my context, or maybe impersonating someone who I'm not actually. It's not actually me in the real world, but I can get to simulate or try being someone different. I think getting the possibility to try that and build my own image in the real world after the game is something great on video games.
Yeah, I feel the same. It's like you can be whoever and whatever you want to be within a different
Yes,
world,
it's-
actually. So,
And it's also educative on another realities and different
Yeah.
lifestyles. You get to understand other people by playing someone who you're not.
Yeah,
You can
and
build empathy.
building up on that, I think that it's also pretty amazing to see video games that were created by someone else, right? I mean, please let me elaborate, right?
Yes.
To see what other people thought out, planned,
Yeah.
and then just put to action for you to enjoy. I mean, the little Easter eggs, the little secrets. And when you combine that with even historical accuracy, like they do with some games, they mash the surreal worlds that they are making with the reality that we all know. I mean, it's a trip. It's a trip.
for sure.
Yeah.
I personally, it's funny, I never considered myself a gamer like ever in my life, even though I've been playing video games for as long as I can remember, because for some reason, I've always had this feeling that like you have to be playing. I'm going to sound like so old right now because this isn't even the hottest game anymore. But, you know, like you have to be playing Call of Duty or whatever. Like,
Yeah, you have to be
Halo.
a hardcore gamer.
Yeah, you have to be playing the
You can say Fortnite.
POD.
It's okay.
Thank you, Fortnite.
You need to play Halo. If not, you're
Grandma
not a
Loretta over here. Whatever the kids are into.
Well, Auntie Lori.
Yeah.
gamer.
You don't have to be playing whatever it is all the kids are into. If you're playing a game and you like it, then that's what you should be playing. It's a good game. I mean, just because
Absolutely.
I want to be
Absolutely.
a goose terrorizing some sleepy town, honking and stealing things, like I
Of
think that's
course.
valid. You know, there's a game out there for everyone. And just because point of view games confuse and scare me and maybe make me a little dizzy doesn't mean that I can't enjoy Piku Niku and cry at the end. I mean, I just feel like,
No, that's a spoiler.
I'm just kidding. I cry all the time for any game. Anything that's cute is going to make me cry. Like, oh, look how precious he is.
No, I'm all about crying for video games.
Yeah,
I'm all
you
about
like it.
crying too, but
Yeah.
No, it was Pode,
Yeah.
I think. That
In
was
weird
the one that was
places,
too
right?
sweet. Yeah. Pode was the one that got to me recently. I was playing it and the characters were so
really?
cute. Like nothing was even happening. And I'm like tearing up just because I love these little guys so
Oh,
much.
you're the sweetest.
I mean,
But again,
does crying because you are afraid of a game count? Like
see, I don't play horror games. I don't mess around with that. But yeah, I'd say that counts. That's
that counts? Okay, yeah. So
I
me playing
need to
Silent
play
Hill.
with you guys Phasmophobia like
Yeah,
we need to play that.
ASAP. We need to scream and cry and do all that crazy stuff that
spooky.
scared
You guys
people
can play
do.
without me and fill me in later. I'll be playing some cat game on my couch.
Don't make me play.
You know where to find me.
One game that made me cry is Gone Home, because I wasn't expecting the end. It's a story of a college student that goes back home, and then she opens the door and finds nobody's there, and you have to explore the house and find some notes about the diary of her sister. And you find out some things on your family where you weren't at home that actually shock you. And you're playing that on first person, and the house seems haunted, but you are not really sure if it is. And then the sister starts telling you all these secrets and all these feelings, and she's trapped, and then she finds something that makes her feel free. And the game is shocking. It's really strong.
Don't tell us more, because I feel that you're coming up to a spoiler there.
Spoiler.
No, I won't spoil the ending. But it's a really great game. Try it. It will take, I think, an hour or half an hour to clear the first time, and it made me cry. I cleared the game, and it was wow. This was
super intense.
Quite a game, yeah.
But that's what I love about games, that
Absolutely.
it can generate so many different reactions.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I have another question for all of you, all of us. What do you think it takes for someone to work in the video game industry?
I would say to
there's no wrong answer.
I think you have to be positive. You have to be willing to learn things on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And you have to be kind of accepting challenges. Every day there's a new challenge, and you have to forget about the loss of yesterday and then try to win this day. And then
you move
another
on.
day tomorrow. Yeah, you move on and you learn and you get better and you improve, and eventually you get there.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say somewhat similarly, I think the best quality you can have is flexibility. You know, it's just things are always going to go wrong. Something is always going to change and mess up your plan.
I know,
so if you can't just like go with the flow and figure it out, you're going to get so frustrated. And as soon as you get frustrated, you're going to get mad and shut down, and then you're not going to do your job well. It's going to be harder for your teamwork, for your teammates and your coworkers to work with you, because you've just, blocked out what you really need to do next, because it's not what you wanted to be doing. And it's hard sometimes to make those changes, but I think really just the ability to say, okay, this has come up. We got to deal with it this way. The old plan is gone. Forget about it. It's not here anymore. Just figure it out and move forward, so that you don't give yourself a heart attack every time the plan changes. And really, I mean, your teammates, they're everything. You have to work with each other. And if you let them, they'll be your best friends and your family. You really just have to work together and know that things are going to change and be okay with that. So be flexible. You'll figure it out. You'll find a way.
Yeah, everything's going to be okay at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what Lucio said and what Loretta said, I agree totally. I would say that you don't actually need to be a full-on hardcore gamer like Loretta was just saying, right? You don't need to be that guy or that lady, that girl, that I play video games, so I must work in the video game industry. You don't have to be that. And that there's so many things that you can do. You can be a tester, you can work in localization, you can study to be a dev. There's just so many things that take place during the making of a game that you need to study. Yes, you need to know what you're doing, right? But if you don't, there are people who will share their knowledge with you in order for you to get to the place that you want to be. This is an industry that I think that gives you that.
So absolutely.
On all those grounds, you just need to go for it.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. And it's such a generous community because when I started like almost 10 years ago, I was a plain translator and interpreter who was super eager in working in the localization industry and to learn a lot about the video game industry. I'm a gamer myself, but that was it. That was my knowledge.
Right.
And I was so lucky to meet so many amazing people that were willing to pretty much open their brains for me and to share their network and share their ways and just to let me in and know how things are done and to learn from different perspectives. And as Ale said, you can play different roles within the industry. It's not like you have to develop a game to be working within the gaming industry. You can do localization, you can do marketing, you can be a producer, you can be a game designer. So there are many different hats that you can wear. But as long as you're passionate and you know where you're going, then go for it.
That's inspiring to say the least, guys.
Yes. We rock. So now, I know that you already know this, but I wanted to explain what's coming next because this is our first episode. So we're going to have a special section on memes, as I said at the very beginning. And since we want to end every single episode on a high note, so this time we're going to share with you guys our favorite memes. So I'm going to share my screen now, if you don't mind. And where is the presentation? Of course, I cannot find it right now. Just a second.
Adapt.
Be flexible.
You can do it.
Yes.
Ask for help.
Yes, who has been there? We love him.
This can happen, and this has happened even more in the early stages, like PlayStation 1, that you need a memory card to save. Nowadays, you have autosave, right, in most games.
Yeah, but keep capping.
I was going to question, like, what happens? The unsafe progress or the crying in the bathroom?
Oh, definitely the crying.
Well,
maybe I don't get to the bathroom to cry. I just cry in front of my TV.
Yeah. There's no time for
There's no time to go to the bathroom.
I need to do this again.
Push through the tears.
Yeah, especially when you're tired. I mean, I'm not sure about how it is for you guys, but I honestly don't have that much time right now in my hands to play games. So I usually end up playing like really late at night, and I'm super tired, and I'm seeing double, but still want to go through the level, and I again try to or lose at the same part, or don't. I didn't save my progress, and it's like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah.
I'll continue tomorrow. This one.
Oh,
this is so cute.
We've all been there, right? In either way, in either side.
We're all noobs sometime.
Well, this is like in the what was it? Animal Crossing stage of lockdown. Everybody was hopping on it for the first time. And it's like, as soon as one of your new buds hops on, everybody shows up to their island. Like, oh, here you go. Here's a guitar. Here's some outfits. Like,
take everything.
Like, take everything from me.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's the fun thing about games. At least for me, it's like you have to put your ego away and just start from scratch and learn new ways every single time that you're faced with a new game, right?
Except Mario Kart. I'm sorry. I'm not going to hold back on my blue shell. I don't care how long we've been friends. Like, I'm going to win this game. All right.
This is war. This is personal.
I would say
I think this kind of situation encourages solidarity and companionship. I mean, you're giving someone your things and helping them reach your level. It's not something you would do every day, but still you do it for your friend, and this gets the game into another level.
In
Cooperation
most
is absolutely
Except in Mario Kart.
except in Mario Kart. I'm going to hold firm on this one. I'm sorry.
You're good, Lore. I mean, I'm like super competitive, and
It's
hate
understandable.
whenever I need to start a new game, and I feel you.
Yeah, you should play Rocket League with Flor.
Oh, no, I'm scared.
But I'm the worst. I suck at Rocket
I
League.
want to play that game.
We do have
I'm
to
like,
play,
the ball
though.
is here, and I'm like on the other side of the court. Yeah, but we have to, just for the laugh, we have
We
to
will.
play
I know,
Rocket
we
League.
keep talking about it. We'll schedule a time.
Yeah. Oh, this one. When you're playing a horror game and suddenly the auto-save icon pops out.
Oh no,
And-
boss fight again.
Every single time.
And you start finding ammo, like crazy amount of ammo. It's like, I'm gonna need this so soon.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be enough.
And we're like,
No,
oh,
know
it's
that,
never
for sure.
enough.
here's all these
Never enough.
gifts. How altruistic of the game to just give me these.
Right.
No
Oh,
ulterior
thank
motive.
you.
Oh, nice.
I wonder
You
what
saved
this
my
is
game.
gonna happen. Yeah. Oh. Again. I think there's a pattern here.
Yeah.
Like we have been through this
We are-
experience a lot.
We are
Because-
scared of the autosave. And guys, who has loaded instead of saved a game? It's like, yes.
I don't know if I've done that. That's giving
like
me
you
anxiety
beat a
to
boss.
think about it, though.
You beat a boss, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna save. Load.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Guilty.
cry to the bathroom, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
that's
cry in the bathroom.
crying in the
There's no
bathroom
more tears
moment,
here.
definitely.
No more tears.
I'm dry inside.
Well, and this one is for Lucio specialist,
Lucio.
because we know that you're a Star Trek fan.
Yeah, that's right. I
And
think I
you,
could wear a
Lucas,
wig.
from a Bob.
Yeah, I could wear a wig like that and just do like
You can go full vampire, Lucio.
Oh,
I think that it
Sure.
will. You can rock
It
that.
suits
one.
you.
Yeah.
I definitely look forward to
I
looking
will try it next
at
time.
you in that look.
Yeah.
We can do an episode
Yeah.
with
I
us
like that
rocking
idea.
wigs and stuff.
Yep.
We'll have to,
Definitely.
I have a
to
really
ask
sick
our audience.
I have a really sick Gandalf costume ready to rock at any moment. And made the beard and everything.
A wizard arrives when he means to.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Exactly.
Next time, all of a sudden, Lore turns up.
That's what I say every time I'm
Full
late to a
costume.
meeting.
In the third day at dawn, look to the mountain. There was Lore.
And I think that's the end of our meme round.
Oh.
And well,
For now.
thank
Okay.
you guys. I had
For now.
a great time with you. So for everyone watching, we're gonna leave all the links for you to follow us on our social networks. I hope that you enjoy the show as much as we enjoy doing it, and see you around next time.
See you
Bye,
next
everyone.
time, people.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.